Quite often the hardest part of getting a tree swing into the tree is getting the rope in the tree in the first place. That was strike one. And strike two. And I think on the fifth try I finally got the line over the branch that I wanted. Next step is to pull my climbing line up into the tree. I chose a limb that was about 20 feet above the limb where we're going to be attaching the tree swing to. Then I tie off the one end of the rope so that I can climb on the other end. I'm attaching the tree swing and all of the hardware I need onto a rope that I'll take up into the tree with me, making sure that I have power. Now it's just walking up the line. Let's speed this up a little bit. Alright, now we're approaching the limb at 40 feet where the tree swing is going to be attached. This is my positioning lanyard. It just helps me so that I'm tied into two different places in the tree. Gives me a little bit more stability. Next step is to pull up all of the gear, which weighed about 75 or 80 pounds. By the time I got it up 40 feet, I was exhausted. I drill a 3/4 inch hole all the way through the limb, and that 3/4 inch hole is going to accept the 3/4 inch diameter forged eyebolt that will come in and hang right beneath the limb. First I've got to put an extender on to get all the way through the limb. The trick is not to let the drill bit get stuck in the limb. That thing that's bouncing around is the square dock washer that will go up against the limb on the bottom side, and then there's one on the top side as well. Then put one nut on, tighten it down, and then a lock washer and another galvanized nut goes on there. What I'm doing right now is mixing up some JB Weld, which is just an epoxy, a quick setting epoxy. It takes about 7 minutes to set. Has two components, you mix them together, and then I put them on the threads of the second nut, and that will make a permanent lock so that there's absolutely no way that this bolt can unscrew and come out of the limb. And I just tighten down the second nut onto the lock washer and tighten it down with a wrench. And I have to make sure that the orientation of the eye underneath the limb is in the correct orientation for the swing. So I put a big old screwdriver through that so it doesn't turn while I'm tightening down the nut. Then there's an anchor shackle that connects the rope. This is 3/4 inch diameter rope, polyester rope. The anchor shackle connects the eye splice to the forged eyebolt. All that hardware is galvanized so it won't rust. And it can hold many tens of thousands of pounds. The anchor shackle has a bolt and a cotter pin in it, so there's no way that can come out either. I had done the splices before doing the installation, so those are triple tuck buried eye splices. And at about 8 feet above the ground, there's a coupling so that different types of swing seats can be installed on this swing. The one that's on there right now is a disc seat. That's the classic tree swing seat for a single rope swing. The family wanted a platform swing, and here is their daughter giving it a try for the first time.
That's very cool. I mean, I can swing this thing all day. I might just have to take tomorrow off.